Welcome to Witness Wednesday here on the Walk Boldly with Jesus podcast. Each Wednesday, you'll hear a real testimony of how God is moving in someone's life. These stories remind us that God is not distant. He is active, personal, and still transforming lives today. As you listen, may your faith grow and your heart be encouraged to trust Him more. Let's get started. Today's witness is about my recent trip to Austin, Texas with my youngest son, Ryan. I wanted to do a family trip this summer since Ryan just graduated from high school and all of the kids are now 18. However, we couldn't agree on where to go and I couldn't get everyone on board. So I decided to do individual one-on-one trips with the boys this summer, which I felt could work out better because we would get more one-on-one time together. And also, if someone didn't want to do something, it wouldn't ruin it for the other boys. So I started with my son Ryan, and we went to Austin, Texas, because his favorite band, Once More, was playing 2 shows in a row, Friday and Saturday night. And they were also playing with some other bands that he really liked, all small bands. So we got on the plane early Thursday morning. We got to Philadelphia and boarded our connecting flight with no problem. And then there was a navigational problem with the navigational system, and we waited on the plane for 2 hours. And then we had to get off the plane, and they kept delaying it by 30 minutes for the next 4 hours. And then they said, "We're going to get a new plane. We'll leave at 5 o'clock. We were supposed to leave at 8 a.m. Now we're leaving at 5 p.m. So Thursday, instead of spending the day around Austin, we spent it at the airport. However, even at the airport, I could tell the Lord was at work because Ryan hates to wait, and he did well. He didn't love it, but he didn't complain a lot. He just slept in the chair wherever we were and did well. I am grateful that the Lord was there with us in that. Then we finally landed, got to our hotel, and slept very well that night. And then the next day we got up and did some things around Austin. Then he had his concert at night, and the concert was at a small venue. So there weren't a lot of people there, and there were several bands. So he got to actually talk to somebody from his favorite band. And then later that night, he was texting with people from the band, and they couldn't believe that he flew all the way from Boston, Massachusetts, to Austin, Texas, just to see them. So they said they would put his name on the VIP list so he wouldn't have to pay to get into the concert the next day. And they just had a really nice conversation, and Ryan was so excited. And then the next day, we went to a famous record store in Austin called Waterloo Records, and Ryan loved the store. It was cool to see him looking through all the CDs like I did when I was younger, because you don't really see CDs anymore. Everybody streams music, so it was nice to see kids in a store looking through CDs and records. Then, as we were walking out of the record store, Ryan ran into the singer and the bassist from his favorite band, and it was really cool. They recognized him. They gave him a high five, and they asked him if he was coming to the show tonight, and they said they were looking forward to seeing him there. Ryan was so excited, and it was also cool for the band because they're from San Antonio, and yet they're walking around Austin, Texas, and they see somebody wearing their band shirt. It was so surreal for them as well. I feel like God definitely orchestrated the whole thing, and it was amazing. And then Ryan went to their concert that night, and the singer of his favorite band wrote down their playlist, the 6 songs they were going to sing that night, and then had all the band members sign it. And after their set, they gave the set list to Ryan. He was so excited. We went to Walmart immediately afterwards so he could buy a frame for it, and it is now his favorite prized possession. He's so honored that they would have given it to him because you only have one set list, and they gave it to him, and they had everybody sign it. It was an awesome weekend. We had a really great time, and I'm really grateful to the Lord that He allowed that weekend to happen and that He allowed all the things to go so well and that He orchestrated so many amazing moments for Ryan throughout the trip that we had. We went back to that record store several times. Ryan really liked the record store and looking through all the CDs, and we also got Texas barbecue one day. We also went to the Texas State Capitol building. Everything worked out well. The rent-a-car went smoothly, and I'm just so grateful for all the Lord did for us this weekend. We have all seen God working in our lives, even if we didn't recognize it at the time. That's why sharing our stories matters. When we talk about what God has done, we help others see how He is moving in their lives too. If you feel called to share a testimony of how God has worked or is working in your life, I would love to hear from you. You can email me at Catherin, Catherin, at findingtruenorthcoaching.com or click on the link in the show notes. It won't take much of your time, and your story may be exactly what someone needs to hear today. Consider praying about it and sharing your story. God is moving in all of our lives, and these testimonies help remind us that we are never walking alone. And remember, the same God who is working in their life is working in yours too. Keep walking boldly with Jesus.